Hi, my name is Willie Cook, and on this video, I'm going to talk about the things I've done to modify this Vanguard engine to fit into the Craftsman. First of all, I had spacers that came with the engine, which would be these right here. I still need to go up another ½ an inch, which is what these are for. This is 1/4 inch plate. I welded that to the original engine mount bolts, as well as I had to drill and modify what was there to fit this engine. So I had to lift it up, I had to guess, about 1.5 inches to match the crankshaft center line. Next was I had to add a bushing in here. Then I had a bolt out here to keep this pulley from moving. The set screws probably would have been fine, but I didn't want any chance of this pulley moving. So I used black pipe that fit really nice over the shaft to act as a bushing and cut that nice and straight. Then there's the front, which I also had to add bushings. I had to add about 1 inch, 1.5 inches or so of bushings on here, which is why there's 3 spacers here instead of just 1. So the belt lines up with the pulleys. So that was the next thing I had to do. And then I had to move on to the exhaust, which couldn't find any adapters here, so this is just a temporary setup. But what I did is I took black pipe and I cut a slit in it, and I used some aluminum flashing to make it a tight fit over this 1 inch outside diameter pipe. Seems to work really well. I mean, I'm not pulling that off at all. And this is what I was thinking about using for a muffler. I test ran it a little bit loud. And I thought, you know what? I can do better than that. But first, let me show you how it sounds once I finish going over everything here. Then we come over here. Here's all the wiring. We have our wire running to our fuel shutoff solenoid here. That has to go back on. This has to have power for the run and start circuit. And this is our charging wire. These are our AC current from our stator running through our voltage regulator. And this black wire is our kill. All that runs back out to the key switch over here. Runs out to the harness. Everything's pretty well situated. I'll go over the wiring in a little more detail later. Don't hate me for putting a John Deere battery in a Craftsman. Okay? I'm sure you're going to want to hear how it sounds, and there's going to be a before and after between this muffler and my other muffler. Okay? Hang on. So to have to cut grass with this on a daily basis will be a little bit annoying. So I did one better. Hang on. Muffler's a little warm, but I didn't run it for very long. So this was Muffler Mach 1. Not much to it. This is for a, 6 to 16 horse or 9 to 19 horse muffler. So that was not very quiet, nor was it satisfactory. And you're going to have to excuse the huge mess that's getting cleaned up tonight. So I thought I can do better than that. So I went out to the hardware store and I got some material. I got 2 more of these. Yeah, that's right. I got 2 more of these things and drilled 8 holes on the outside and 1 hole in the center to bolt 2 of them together. And I made this thing. Okay? I got threaded pipe going in, threaded pipe going out. Steel wrapped on the outside of them. And let me tell you what, this thing is awesome. You will not believe the before and after of this thing, okay? So hang on 1 second and you will be impressed. And the nice thing is I can put a tip on this very easily and put it whichever direction I want it. Now, the problem I had was I have a weird angle here. I have a horizontal shaft engine. There's not a lot of options for exhaust. I had to make something work. So I needed something that I'd be able to fabricate using what I have at the store. So I paid, I think, $50, $60 for all the hardware to make my own muffler. And I'll bet you it's going to be quieter than most of the other mufflers that you can buy out in the market. So hang on. I'm getting excited now. How about you? Oh yeah. And I like the look of it, man. And the hood does clear. However, I'm going to be putting a shorter pipe up here, so it'll raise it up and back a little bit. Then I can put a exhaust tip on here and a bracket to support the weight so it doesn't fall off. So here we go. Well, needs a little choke. I can talk over it now. It is that quiet. It's gotta be three times quieter now than it was. Hey, listen to that. It's great. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Once they put a hood on that, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. And I don't even have the tip on there yet. Okay. Now the only thing I have left to hook up now is gauges. I left myself some wire here. Here's my accessory power. And here's my gauge lights off of the light switch. I'll be hooking all that in. And I'll be going a little more into detail as to these relays that were put in. It's just a matter of I wanted to make sure everything was working good before I moved on to that point. So I'll show you those gauges quick if you want to hang on a second. This is what I had on it. Matter of fact, excuse me a second, I don't think I need all this light. This is what I had on it. An hour meter, oil temperature gauge, and a voltmeter. Okay, I'm going to be doing away with this voltmeter because it doesn't match this gauge. And I might change the hour meter on that, I'm not 100% sure. I got a Hobbs I can hook up there. Now I got some new toys. I got the voltmeter, that matches. A tachometer, which is not designed for magnetos, but I don't care. What's this? An oil pressure gauge. Oh boy. I have yet to have to get a chance to hook one of these up to a tractor. That'll be interesting. So, my name's Willie Cook. Make sure you hang around for those upcoming videos. If you like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Okay? Have a good day.